are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. Oh, you are God all by yourself. You are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. Oh, you are God all by yourself. You are God. You are God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. Oh, you are God all by yourself. You are my God. You are my God from beginning to the end. There is no place for argument. Oh, you are God all by yourself. Aina jagema, ina imarama, ihunanya gị na obiọma gị juru m anya ewo. Inwe gị mgbanwe, ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị. Gị bụ Alfa and Omega. Anyị niile na-aja gị mma. Alfa and Omega. Anyị na-aja gị mma, Chidi ebube. Ana m aja gị mma, n'ihi na ị mara mma. Ịhụnanya gị na obiọma gị, ya juru m anya ewo. Inwe gị mgbanwe, ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị. Ọ bụ gị bụ mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Anyị niile na-aja gị mma. Ihe kere eke na-aja gị mma. Odogwu akata aka mee. Ihe kere eke na-aja gị mma. A na-amasị n'ịdị mma. Ihe kere eke na-aja gị mma. Mmadụ kere n'ụwa na-aja gị mma. Ihe kere eke na-aja gị mma. A na-ekwu n'ịdị mma. Ikereke na jagima. Emmanuel. Ikereke na jagima. Alekwuyidima. Ikereke na jagima. Woche ndabere muo. Mmadụ kereke na-aja gị mma. Ana m ekwu na ịdị mma. Mmadụ kereke na-aja gị mma. Chineke mmadụ kereke na-aja gị mma. Odogwu mmadụ kereke na-aja gị mma. Onye nsọ mmadụ kereke na-aja gị mma. Mmadụ kereke na-aja gị mma. Oche ndabere bụ mmadụ kere na-aja gị mma. Ana-agwa ekwu n'ịdị mma. Hosanna dịrị eze nke eluigwe, onye na-achị eze ruo ebighị ebi, ebighị ebi. The most a na-akpọ isi anị, a na-asị nsọ ka Jehova dị. Igbo bụ Igbo. Igbo bụ Igbo birikweni yo. Ụtụtụ ọma, ehihie ọma, mgbede ọma, depending your time zone. Anyị ya dịka echi. Maka na echi adịghị agwụ ọgwụ ka anyị na-agba ya. Ọ bụ na isi onye bụ. What are you waiting for? Click the like button. Subscribe, comment, share. If I ain't going to keep us going, if you are just coming across our channel for the very first time, you are welcome. This is Kelena TV. We are live and we are direct, bringing you the gospel of redemption like your doorstep. If I ain't a medical common sense, the reason Anambra na Emarifa. Emarifa kala Emarifa kala Igaski. Mama kifi ne chief kaiji we not. I just want to make common sense, as always. Amaka mele ezekwesiri no rienne amaka mele Ahmad no rienne amaka mele JK Motors no rienne amaka mele gifts. No, before I think I have seen the comment of black. No, lucky. Lucky, no, greetings from here. Oliver, no, greetings from here. CCSL, no, greetings from here. Where are you watching from? Can you please tell us where you are watching from? Chinelo, no, Makamere. Where are you watching from? Gift, no, can you please tell us where you are watching from? Where are you watching from? Oh, one watching from Kenya. Many years ago, I was in Kenya. Many years ago, I was in Kenya. Kenya. Where are you watching from? 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 According with the Norian greetings from here. If I hear you greetings from here, where are you watching from? CJ from Abidjan. From Abidjan. Where are you watching from? 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 Okay, watching from Biafra land. We need updates. We need updates because we are going to open studio. So give us reports of what is happening at your own location. Very important you do that. Nairobi, Kenya, yes. Many years ago, I was in Kenya. I was in Kenya. I do visit Kenya. Yes. You were the one. Oliver Narian watching from Ghana. Amakameli, Oliver. Narian. Spencer Mark, Narian. Amakameli, Elizabeth, greetings from here. Watching from the UK. Elizabeth watching from the UK. How is UK? How is UK this morning? How is UK? How is UK? Amakamele, one more from German, Lucky watching from German, Frankie, greetings from here. I answer your prayers and God bless you too. Where are you watching from? Gonabo. Gonabo, Kekus, Amakamele, Chinelo watching from German. Frankie, greetings from here. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? USB declare no going back. No. Can no one go back? You are free to fall back. That is you. You know when you fall, you don't fall with that. When you fall, you don't fall. But going back, no. But you can actually fall back. But going back, going back, he said no. But you can actually fall. When you fall back, I am gonna need to go. That is need to go. Give to Keke Narian Amakamale Ngozi greetings from here, watching from Paris. Amakamale, Genken Paris. Genken Paris. Peri. Genken Peri. Genken Paris. Amakamale. Chuka, greetings from here. Amakamale, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Elizabeth Amakamale, as a child, the Torah is now. Black and Norian, greetings from here. I think you are watching from the USA. Amakamale, Regica Vicente, Norian, Amakamale, greetings from here. Where are you watching from? Where are you seeing me Koro from? Watching from Golden State, California, USA. Amakamale there. Amakamale, if you the man of police. Can I why you go? Even gay. Irema, now you're greetings from here. Where are you watching from? Amakamale. Nancy Mark, greetings from here. Amakamale, where are you watching from? Chuka, greetings from here, watching from Cyprus. One again, gentlemen of Cyprus. Kekos. Joseph, greetings from here, watching from Italy. No, Amakamale. CCF. Respect, big brother, more love. Respect, Jah guide you. You too much. God is the most powerful and the strongest. Amakamale, Nelson, greetings from here. Greetings from here. Chinyere, greetings from here. Amakamale. Ejike Vicente, watching from Pen. On the Gekos. Ndị wegwu. One more watching from Libya. Amakamale, the land of Libya. Massive greetings from here, Nelson watching from Biafra land. The Kenyan markets. No so for Kekos. And I'm also so nude. Yankenema, watching from Roma. Amakamale, no. Greetings from here, Chinyere. I'm watching from the zoo, Abuja. Amakamale, one nemo. Amakamale in Abuja. Amakamale has no capital territory. Has no territory. Isi akadi obodo kaba, you know ebe mutre. Even the bandits, even the Abarema, if Abarema, innocent watching from UAE, United Arab Emirates. Amakamale, JK Motors watching from India. One Singaringara, can't get them in India. Christian greetings from here. Amakamale, okay, now. All the market is closed. Is that a report like currently, presently? Because someone told me that somehow, partially, but when I was in that call, I was not paying attention. Tochi watching from Iceland, Norian. Oh, Desmond. Amakamele on this month. Good dreams. Keganarabia. Kamna live from Lagos, from Bungoria. Amakamele one more from Equatoria Guinea. Amakamele to be sit at home is so powerful. No going out, no coming in. Oh, one Samson and Narian Namakamale, Ikechuku. Greetings from here. Chris, greetings from here. Obinna, greetings from here, watching from Dakar, Senegal. No one Amakamale, Chris, greetings from here. Amakamale. Samson, Amakamale, Nelson Mark, Amakamale. Kawa Taron, if I'm getting a social media. Kanna, if I in social media, I am in the secrets. That is why I say, don't call me, don't inform me, don't misinform me. Then you will have misinformation. What I do know, there were consequences when man deliberately undermine the truth. When animal, Amakamale, one name was Sunday, no. Animal, one name, Amakamale. Now, let us show you some updates. You applying with one bar for you with a wire. One bar, see that I can. One bar was something like Jesus. I can bring down this building and they reviewed it in 2 years. He wanted to sound like Christ. Christ said 2 days. But one bar was now in 2 years. Christ is in in 2 days. One bar was saying, I can bring it down and repair it in 2 years. We were like, so Amabro never into Amabu original plan. One bar updates.
We don't reach Emeka from Emeka of enter on the street. Chicken Plaza on Emeka of Kodi. Maybe ticket. Not maybe ticket. Ticket Plaza, I don't reach. Guy goes to go to Cross Plaza. Careful, my bro. I'm always careful. If you want buy phone, come buy phone. Market is open. The blue plaza. Okay, this one. Okay. People come buy in accessories. Men gallant, once we come, the same free open shop sell for you, close and back. So you are free to come. this one is widely open. We don't see him now. Now for social media, we just the whoa. No.
Now one know about breaking news. Can I go see that breaking news before we proceed? Donald J. Trump. I wanted to ask because I am now worried. Actually, kedu ife kaji Donald Trump? Kedu ife kaji nwoke a? If I have breaking news 3 hours ago, kedu ife kaji from legit.ng? President Donald Trump has ordered the immediate recall of Richard May, United States Ambassador to Nigeria. Full details in the comment section. Recall all the old recall lawyer. Recall lawyer. Onye ọbụla jide ebe a gị kọsara anya recall lawyer. Obodo bụ ngo kwụkwara $7 million. Far $7 million. Yo. Recall lawyer. Ka ife a na-ekwu nwa iru. So ife a bụ breaking news. Breaking news. Donald Trump va recall lawyer. So I have other news. Other news. Ambassador. And I recall their August week. Any idiot that want to confuse you. Recall all the idiots. Recall all the Oluku. August week. This is another. But you know, you Stella. Greetings from here. Mercy. No. Heaven help those that help themselves. Heaven help those that help themselves. He decided I am manually away. Yet ago. I am running to Mbowa is here. Oh no, the news again for BBC, but the other BBC, but all of the news again for Kangabutia, Ndimbu, Father Nimabia. All of the news again, Manafan. Ndị trouble okomoko si na nnọọ rie nnọọ maka mere time good nnọọ achị nnọọ rie nna BBC Igbo ndị kosi. While we wait for that one to load, continue to watch this one. All right. BBC when on him na wale. Nali na original. Kama ni BBC when na mani mafia. BBC when na wale ni mafia. If I was like, I hooked it from BBC. Okay, BBC News Igbo. Ekwurumepu. Bana life n'ime aka na-akwụgharị. Ụdị news a ka a na-akwụkwọ ọsịsọ. No mind them. Ụdị news a ka a na-akwụkwa. Ndị onye ọmụtụ, ndị trọbụl, ndị okwu na ụka. BBC Igbo na-akwụgharị ya. Amaka mere n'ịza nkụta Igbo. BBC Igbo rụrụ n'ime aka ka ha repọt. Maka adịghị akwụgharịba. Ka anyị nọ na studio na-ehu ukwu ya program. Ọ dị oke. Ebe a ka anyị akwụkwa ndị mgbu. A na-agbapụ ya na gịnị mgbe cherecha nwoke. Yeah, BBC Igbo live. BBC Igbo arụ a na-apịa. Ndị odochi egbu. Ndị tọbụlụ okomoko. BBC Igbo nọ dị ya na-akwụgharị. BBC Igbo nọ dị ya. Ife arụ live from BBC Igbo. The truth of the matter bụ na ọ bụrụ ọkwa ka ọ kwesịrị ịdị. That is the truth. BBC Igbo na paano na nkwụgharị. Ego ọkụ ime aka dị. Amana m ma ọ bụ iwu onye ị ga-ebido biznes ị ga-aga ịdọpụta ya adọpụta na biya ọ bụghị na-enye ya nri. BBC Igbo nọ dị ya na-akwụgharị. Fa agbara na ka mkpụrụ amụ gaa dị ya. Fa chọrọ iwetara gị live report. Ndị osote egwu. So this is live update. You have to have a fact. Enyekwara anyị kwa na ndị mmadụ apụta. Big Mommy ga-ekos ka nke na-eme Amaka mere ike Chukwu nọ okwu dere nọ ihe nna ndị BBC ọ ga-anọdụ ọdụ. It is well. Bani Meline. Bro, camera ke Bani Meline. Ada kan easy for bayar. Already easy now. Yeah, just stop. Itu abi na ya bro bro ya. Mereka pun malu dia guys. Original one bar, ya je ti bu da dia. iPhone. What's the name of what in 2 years? Christ is near what not in 2 days. We look at in 2 years. The whole government. Ya je no obodo ndị ọzọ ka ọ fụ na gọọmenti na-ebido program. Ka ọ fụ na gọọmenti na-ebido projekti finish ya ozugbo. BBC ọ gịnịkwa? BBC ọ gịnịkwa? Ndị odushi egbu, ndị mgbu, sorry. BBC ọrịa kamera fa anyụ n'ọkụ. Ọrịa kamera fa anyụ na. Ọ were efe ime afịa. Ọ ga-abụ oge ebe fa bịara na netwọk akọtụọ. Ọ afịa na threat nke emechie. Ọ nwere ebe fa bịara netwọk akọtụọ because that afịa, if you are very familiar with that market, ị ga-ama na netwọk adịghị adịgbu yourself. That is that from BBC Igbo. Now, let us go. Ọ nwere ife nje gosi gị before we run this program and they come back again and do that one and come back again. Ọ nwere news dị na social media banyere Egia. That girl dị ka onye Igbo agwọ ọtọrọ ya. The girl anwụọ. Ị ma na ọ bụrụ na ya na-ekwu okwu obodo Bongo, some people nwere ike na-etu you know consign them. Ọ bụrụ na agwa this girl ụdị ife a ga-eme ọma believe agwọ atụwa ya. Enwere ebe afụrụ ọgwụ agwọ afụrụ ya. Ọgwụ agwọ afụrụ ya. N'obodo nwere agwọ, n'obodo ọfịa dị everywhere, n'obodo dị very dirty. Ịma na ọ na-eme anyị na-ekwu ehi ọ dịka ọ bụ propaganda. N'obodo Bongo, that made us human. Ịma na anyị na-ekwu ya that made us human. That it have departed from us. It have left us. Some people are there. That politicians say, "Buene ego niile." Dobi adi ekwu okwu na ọgwụ ala anaghị tas. Adi ekwuzi okwu ife dịka ọgwụ agwọ n'obodo nwere agwọ. Do you well and hit the like button? Adi ekwu okwu fa. Let me show you this video. Can you watch ya? Careful. If you're divine, I got it. If you're divine, I got it. Ganaka, obodo Bongo. Careful to ndị mmadụ si anwụ carelessly n'obodo Bongo. Two people si anwụ carelessly. Watch this. Listen to this.
I'm sure you've heard the story about the lady who was bitten by a snake and she died, right? And it's a very sad story, especially when you think about it. But
it is just a matter of time. Obodo Bongo can happen to anybody. It is just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. So if you like, anywhere the bar no concern you. It is just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Ị ga-aghọta na bad system enwere onye ọ fụrụ anya. Oge ka oge bụ just nwa obere oge. Ị ga-emesịa confirm ha. A na-ekwu na obodo adịghị mma. A na-ekwu na things adịghị aga aga. A na-ekwu na o nwere ife a ga-eme obodo. Ma ọ bụ na o nwere ife a ga-eme obodo metụ ya. Some people a na-afụta ya na egwuregwu na ọhịa say, listen to this. Again, listen.
What if I tell you it's not the snake that killed her? I mean, snakes bite people everywhere. Whether you're in the bush or in the city, India.
Ọ na-akọwara gị na ọ bụrụ ọgwụ snake bite gburu ya. Na ife gburu ya bụ na the obodo that the government have failed na their duty. Agwọ na-atụ mmadụ everywhere, and they survive. Man, agwọ tụwa gị n'obodo bongo, you are gone completely. And you come and tell me you are waiting for God. Agwọ snake bite happens everywhere, even in abroad. In fact, some Asian countries, like this, you go chop. A man agwọ by himself whenever he chop the food. Oh, no, that is when you hear of in an agwọ, it bites people. They survive because the government with everything in place. Any emergency hour under 1-2 minutes emergency hour. If you don't have treatment, it is just a matter of time. Bongo will happen to you. And I pray you survive it when it will happen to you. Because it has happened to this young lady. The dream, the future, the life of that young lady was cut short. Hope ya, onye ana nwere ike bụrụ na ọ bụ onye n'igwe debere. Ọ ga-eji wee gaa wipe tears from her family. Now the system, a phone under the lady. One may ask, oh, why not survive? Hear this. Based on follow strategy and the you as a human can actually prevent it is not by prayers. And how will you do that? Snake bite happen. When it happened immediately, you no longer need prayer, fasting and prayer. Kill all the venom or the venom. No. Inge wasi onye chukwu kere onye nege akọ uche. Imata na agwọ dị na beyi na agwọ na ata anywhere and avoid everywhere over the bongo. So the government must make sure they were all that is everywhere, because now avoid everywhere over the bongo. Every clinic, nearby clinic was that is to say, always into a winch. See Western they agwa towards somebody. What happened? All where there was somewhere. They will be the venom. If we are Ike Ajamua Hamandi, the man over the bongo, Ike person I did is 247. That is bongo for you now. That is bongo for you. Only sad story. And this sad story will always make you to know how bad the obodo dey. I'm telling you, the reason why you went one guy an upcoming artist, that was why the news is everywhere. That was why it's going viral. Many people are one like this and nobody know. This thing they are gossiping, Although no somebody brain and a roar more into you brace one. This thing they go see how bad because this thing ordinarily can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody, anywhere. No matter how ready you are, how prepared you are, before God's okay. On that evil day, may God deliver you. Now that evil day, you can swim with snake. As a human, already zondo, you will go whatever the best stop by. Uzibo, you can strike through that agwo. Ibia kabiri ogwo agwo. Koya yo uzibo. You can swawa. Man obodo bongo. Ekwensu na adi ire na obodo bongo. And that will tell you how bad the obodo dey. People now every day. The reason why iji anụ nke a now bụ maka na o mere upcoming artist. If not, you no go hear. If ọ dị Ghana na you no go even hear am. This thing will show you how bad obodo bongo dey. Ọ bụrụ agwọ ogburu onye a, ife gburu onye a bụ bad system. And this bad system na-agburu this young lady now. Ogbuo na ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ n'ụlọ ọgwụ. Ụfọdụ aga na operation. From operation for survival. Operation ya nwa. Ụfọdụ amasị na nwa asị gị na ihe ọgbụgba dị ji mgbabara mgbagbuo. Neke na obodo bongo ka a na-anụ dị ahụ. All my years abroad, I never na mmadụ mụrụ nwa. I am telling you. All my years abroad, I never na mmadụ operation ka ya kwupụta nwa. I never hear them. I never hear them. Why this thing see Jijana happen no obodo ndị ọzọ? Obodo they don't pray like us. Prevention is better than cure. They are always ready. Brain of an hour. They put things in place. They are prepared. Waiting for that evil day to occur. That they may prove to that Satan that they are equal to the task. Obodo Bongo Revice is the case. Listen to this. If I can get because everybody over there Obodo Bongo go a victim. It is just a matter of time. Bongo go happen to you. That is the truth. It's just a matter of time. Listen.
Story about the lady who was bitten by a snake and she died. Right? And it's a very sad story, especially when you think about it. But what if I tell you it's not the snake that killed her? I mean, snakes bite people everywhere. Whether you're in the bush or in the city, India, Australia, other countries, snake bite people everywhere, but they do not die like this. They do not die just because they went to two hospitals, not one, two separate hospitals, and they looked them straight in the eye and told them, we do not have antivenom. In a country where snakes live in 2026, not 1980, not 1970, 2026. And it has happened to somebody who is popular, but think about the
truth of the matter, some Mongolians, when they listen to some of this news, I don't know how they feel, and they feel uncomfortable when they listen to something like this. 2026, na snake bite murumado. 2026, I got no now. I say na here now this 2026, no. That's if I gabi ife matter. No bodo ever will be. Now 2026. Get how ready for them? How prepared are they? This thing will tell you that no now what one mother fight. Now mother fight what down. Over now one person down because now Ghana first of all over there, got second one over there. That guy now what one mother 10 in a day, and mother 10 now down. And this thing I'm a messy father ready. No. This thing I'm a messy father ready. Now this 2026. Ghana come now what to madam now this age. No bodo man go be. Obodo man go no like Obodo Bongo. And you know the worst part of it. If I'm going to Abuja, na Abuja. Ọ bụrụ na enwere ọgwụ agwọ n'ụlọ ọgwụ na Abuja, Abuja, ọ bụrụ na that your village, ọ bụ ebe a ka a ga-enwe ọgwụ agwọ. Ọgwụ agwọ adịrọ na Abuja. Ọ bụrụ na that your village ka a ga-enwe ọgwụ agwọ. People anwụ na accident because of poor medical attendance or getting bad road ndị mmadụ na-anwụ. And people na-anwụ anyhow n'obodo Bongo. Onye ka ị ga-eji ama that you are in trouble. Onye ọbụla nọ n'obodo Bongo is just like an accident waiting to happen. That is the truth. Listen to him.
Story about the lady who was bitten by a snake and she died, right? And it's a very sad story, especially when you think about it. But what if I tell you it's not the snake that killed her? I mean, snakes bite people everywhere. Whether you're in the bush, you're in the city, India, Australia, other countries, snake bite people everywhere, but they do not die like this. They do not die just because they went to two hospitals, two, not one, two separate hospitals, and they looked them straight in the eye and told them, we do not have anti-venom in a country where snakes live in 2026, not 1980, not 1970, 2026. And it has happened to somebody who is popular, but think about the other people it has been happening to that did not have anybody to report to. They didn't have any place to go, and they typically just lost their lives. Bright futures cut short. And when you think about it, if you even come to
bright future cut short. N'ebe n'obodo Bongo. Ọ bụ na nwa abụ onye obodo na-achọ ịgba afa obodo ndị ọcha gasị ọmanwụ destiny ya, she will fulfill it. But why her future ji wee cut or short bụ na ọfụrụ onwe ya as a Bongo?
To the research, Nigeria has a particular antivenom developed for Nigerian snakes. It's called Echitab. ECHITAB. The question is, why was this antivenom not in the fridges of the hospitals that she went to?
In a one fridge,
because we've forgotten the basics. Our politicians are building flyovers where ambulances don't exist. We're focusing on building ultra-modern hospitals when the primary healthcare center, which is the first point of call in any functioning country, should be. But rather than focus on those ones, they would rather want to do a big project, they'll cut ribbon, and everybody's going to clap for them simply because they're trying to focus on the next election rather than the lives of the people that they're actually supposed to save. We've forgotten the basics. In every primary healthcare center, the basic small hospital that's beside you should have antivenom. In a country where snakes live, they should have oxygen. They should have people who know what to do. We've been shouting about it. Doctors have been on strike for a while, but it seems nobody's talking about it because, it don't really concern me like that. No, it does. It does. But when doctors go on strike asking for better conditions, better services, even help us do our work better, the same people who are politicians find a way to put the people against the doctors and make the doctors the enemy rather than the people who are actually supposed to provide this healthcare for you. We've forgotten the basics. We've forgotten the basics. Well, recently on a project where I've been going from state to state, the first one was Gombe, the next one was Enugu. I'll be going to other states in the country and we're going to be shouting, know your PHC. Take your phone, go to your PHC and demand it.
Yes,
most times when we start, some of those projects, it's not healthcare. Chop. A single first chop before you do healthcare. Now look at what's happening. This is just antivenom. How about the women who die from childbirth? See, and this is not just village people at work, because I see that some people have already turned the conversation into, it was a spiritual snake, it was this and it was this, and that's why our politicians are lucky people. Because they know that once they spin a particular story, everybody will run with it. Nobody's asking why does our
nobody's asking why the weather no no. Some Bongolians are saying, but why the weather that day? Kawato you can't Bongolian.
hospitals don't have antivenoms? The money that was budgeted for the primary healthcare centers, why was it not supposed to do what it was supposed to do? But rather they are saying, oh, he's a spiritual snake, he's a neighbor, he's jealous of these things. That is how they keep us down. Well, we can do what we want to do. But what I will say is, when time comes to actually demand accountability for healthcare, if you hear budget allocation, don't just tune off. Ask, does my primary healthcare, we should stop praising audio projects when primary healthcare centers don't even have common paracetamol. Oh, go to the pin post on my page and look at that. Those are primary healthcare centers that's actually supposed to help people survive. We failed this young lady today. We're failing others. It concerns all of us, and that's all I'll say.
We failed this young lady today, and still going to fail others. It concerns all of us. All of us. Mine, it concern. It concern all of us. It concern all of us. However, before we continue, let's look at this. I want to go Soludo and Onisha traders.
Globe. Whatever decision you take in that market will affect the world. It's an international market. It's not a backyard market. You understand? So the fact that it is providentially located in Onitsha, your domain, is something that should give you pride, okay? So that you are able to contribute your quota administratively to uplift it. If there are any challenge or challenges facing or militating against the market, like the sit at home and any other thing, you can only put us together as a governor, as executive governor, call your cabinet together, let them sit together and proffer solution. But to just wake up and say, if you don't, I will just turn it to a school. If you, I will shut, I will bring bulldozer. He said it now. They will bring bulldozer and level the place. And the way he was talking, you were asking yourself, if you bulldoze this place and destroy people's goods and all that, this person whom you are destroying them, where are they from? Many of them are most likely from your village. Many of them are your kinsmen, but they are all your kinsmen. So these people are the people you are meant to lead. So all you need to do is to ensure that you make policies that will promote their businesses and not to destroy it. That is what a leader should do.
Yes, just to interject, I'd love to interject for a beat here. You are a lover of the academia. And the reason people go through the four walls of school is to get equipped with the right kind of reasoning and rational thinking to acting on whatever it is that they want, no matter how complex it is. Why then is it difficult for a professor, a first-class graduate of economics, the youngest professor at the time, at 39, why is it difficult for this man to understand how to better utilize his ability to solve very simple the problem?
Well, academic prowess is not leadership. You can be brilliant academically. You can even be intelligent. But the ability to organize people, the ability to, use emotional intelligence and the right kind of strategy to govern or to lead people may not be there. Some of these attributes are inborn. Sometimes they are inborn because you need patience if you are dealing with people. Okay. These people did not just one day decide that they're going to be staying at home. Something led to that.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your contribution? What
I'm at attendance now.
So far to the menace or to the problem that surrounds Anambra Kano situation?
It's happening now.
They
are making attendance list.
Okay. That's the remote cause of what is going on. Okay. That led to the sit at home. That this man, even when the court said that the extraordinary rendition was bad, that the army went to his house, he was irresponsible, made all sorts of pronouncements, even struck out the case at some point. The federal government went on appeal, and because of the injustice meted at him, and
BBC,
the wrongful judgment, because I've
laid
out all the parameters of how that judgment was wrong, illegal, in previous video in this station. So, and all that put together, it seems the people are not happy about it. So instead of you to console them, give them reasons why you are pursuing to ensure that he gets out of that situation, but that in the interim, they must resume, come back to business. Because whatever it is the state is today is as a result of the collective hard work of everyone involved. While we pursue the case on appeal, they just filed the appeal and all that to see the options of appeal. Resume business. Okay, we're working on his situation, his case. Then this is the business, resume on Monday. This is the security that will guide you once you resume. Okay, go about your normal business. We have beef up security in this area. We have created all the avenues to ensure that you are not attacked, your goods and services are not destroyed, and all that. You have to lead the people in a way they will understand. But just wake up and just drive to the market with heavy security. With heavy security, you went to the market to say that why the people not come out? And if with those age, you will turn it to a school. I don't understand. I don't understand what is going on.
All right.
I expected more from Soludo. I expected more from him. I expected him to understand the terrain, the parameters. What people, when they first declared this sit at home thing, people.
Yes. Attendance. And I'm at attendance list.
The reason they started complying is because of the heavy attack that came on those who went to their businesses on Mondays. Many of them were killed. Many of them were maimed. Some were shot. There are videos all over the place. So that's why people decided to stay back. Now that thing that's going on is still ongoing. Have you solved the problem? Have you provided security for them? Ask them to go and you want them to be killed. So we should give things a human face. I don't think it's the right way to go.
Give things a human face. Just before we leave, Emeka, just before you ask possibly your last question on this, Emeka, from 1959 to 1966, we had Michael Opara, the premier of the eastern region of Nigeria. He, like Lee Kuan Yew, took a region that was below par and took it to a very awesome place. What is wrong with leadership of today? Is it evolution? What has happened to leadership, to accountability today, Emeka?
The problem is lack of intellectual depth. Many of our leaders. When we talk about poor reading culture, I mean, it's not just about a few people. It affects the cross-section of the population. It affects every segment of the population. So when people don't read, when people don't compare notes, when people don't have peer review, don't engage in peer review, you see them engage in archaic, outdated practices. You see, some of those people have been arguing with me. No, that this, that, and the other. The 7 billion, they say 7 billion or 5 billion was lost every Monday. And I said, for all the years you'll be making the 7 billion every Monday. Why haven't you brought, why hasn't Soludo achieved the Dubai and Taiwan he talked about in Onitsha? Why hasn't Onitsha become, I mean, by now Onitsha should be challenging even Dubai in terms of revenue generation. So the problem with these leaders is that they don't know that leadership, first of all, begins with servanthood. You must be ready to serve. And one of the things that Awolowo, the late Premier of the Western Region, Obafemi Awolowo, told his people at the time, he said, look, don't talk too much about the things you have. Because outsiders will be watching and they'll be calculating how to divide you and come in, make gain from those things. Some people coming out to talk, who is he trying to impress? Hey, we are losing 5 billion every Monday. How? The traders active. Are we not been paying our taxes? I mean, if I don't come to shop on one day, like there's a saying that Onitsha main market doesn't know who didn't come to shop, right?
Yeah.
So, you're not only say it's laziness. Soludo doesn't own a shop in Onitsha main market. I have relatives in Onitsha main market. Sometimes I go there and sit down with them, and we'll be selling, doing one thing or the other. I also join them in eating all those their delicacies. There's the one they call fear, beans and some other things like that. I immersed myself. There was a time I went to Tejo Show Market. I immersed myself there for 3 days. Then I go to Dumota Market from time to time. I immersed myself a whole day. I'll be in the market, just watching how things are going. So that when I make my advocacy in terms of anything that has to do with commerce or the market, I went down there. I know what I'm talking about. Ask the question, does Soludo own a market, own a shop in Onitsha main market? Yes. I concede to him that yes, Onitsha main market needs upgrading. Some of the streets are too narrow. Some buildings have encroached, shop extensions have encroached on the road and all of that. I agree. But there are things that are discussed within a family. It's not everything you come out to say in the public because you don't know who is listening.
Yeah.
That's where I have my grounds with Soludo. Even if Onitsha main market is this, is that, you want to demolish. It's not everything you come out and announce. There are things you quietly tell the traders, you discuss with their leaders that look, want to do this. And then they will tell you, look at the court. You say, okay, in the meantime, what is it you want to do? Because take note, when the violence was right in Onitsha, a lot of them moved to Asaba. That's why you see the real estate market in Asaba Onitsha. Asaba Ibuzo. Even to Ezi, down to Ogbashufu, name it. Boom, started booming. Even down to Abraka, down to Benin, down to Auchi.
Very correct.
Because a lot of these traders moved. You're not saying that there are people who need shops. Listen, how can you be happy to deny somebody of their shop and then you give it to another person? It doesn't make economic sense. I have said it before, and what I said is not what is playing out. I said that Onitsha has become too congested. That some of the markets in Onitsha should be moved to other towns. To be that Anambra should now become a complete industrial commercial state. That you don't need to be looking for foreign investors. Encourage some of the traders. For instance, like GUO. GUO, the old GUO motors. He's the one who took concession for Anambra Motor Manufacturing Company in Enugu. Yeah. Tell him GUO. It's not just to be assembly. Bring one of your plants, just like Innocent, bring one of your plants down here. Bring one of your plants to Anambra, to any of it, even if it's your hometown. Let's get a job. You can talk to some of those big guys. There are a lot of those big, even like a make-up. If you see a make-up plants, I think it's about 5,000 shops. Tell him a make-up, it's not just about trading. We need factories so that we can employ our youth. Yeah. A make-up bring investors. You come and invest. Even if it's in your hometown or Rifite, come and put a factory there. You start challenging these big guys. Obi Kubana and other. Obi Kubana is not just selling Dogu bitters. No. Obi Kubana, come and put down a factory in Oba. By the time you challenge these guys, you challenge like 100 of these guys. Even if it is 20 that respond, put factories in the various towns, you will see the sea change. You will see how things will change. But instead of that, the one that is existing, you want to destroy. I think, some of these people lack a sense of history. And that is why you see these things happening. I made a post on Facebook. I was shocked at the engagement. The number of people that responded, I was shocked. I said, Governor of Delta State, Sheriff Obore, should just expand, Ibuzo. Let there be, plaza in Ibuzo that these traders can move to. Since Soludo looks bent on taking over on Jamaica market, some people were insulting me. Some people from Anambra, I think, were insulting me. From Delta were insulting me. I said, when did it become a crime to, I push a business idea? Oh, Nigerians, I don't know, but I think Soludo should take this easy. You should take this easy. There was yesterday, there is today, there will still be tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes, of course. I saw that message as sent by Emeka Amadnago. Lots of people, from the Delta end were saying, no, they shouldn't take their seat at home to Delta State. And some other people said, you should remain with whatever your seat at home in Anambra, and lots of other things. But it was indeed an interesting engagement right there on Emeka's page. But in summary, I would love to believe, quoting a phrase by sociologist Emily Durkheim. She coined a word, a phrase called collective effervescence. And that is what the agitators are going through. The desire of moving in sympathical to a cause that might be detrimental to them. But at the same time, Chukwuma Soludo should have a sit-down meeting with these people and understand the pain points and know how to solve the problem. This wild goose chase would not help anyone, because it's not just affecting Anambra, it's equally affecting the entirety of the southeast and the south region, right? People who would love to go to Akwa Ibom and Calabar have to go through the Niger Bridge and all that. It's a problem for them. Usually when this sit at home is ongoing, and we would love to believe that if this is solved, a better Nigeria we would have. Thank you so very much, Emeka Amadnago and Barrister Francis Felly. Truly do appreciate your incisive thoughts.
Thank you so much.
All right, beautiful.
Right, that is that. Now, let us show you another report from Channels TV. This one is from Channels TV. It says, the governor warned that if traders fail to open at the end of the 1 week shutdown, the market would be closed for another week and subsequently for longer period. Okay? Let's see. And then as a top, huh? Okay, let's watch the video. No. This one is from Channels TV. If one after they make 8 billion every Monday. Next you know the money na 8 billion every Monday, yes, GDM and no the after. Right. That is that. Let me now take you back to that video of Onya water and show you some other things. I'm wondering how many people know within Onisha that can come into the studio and give us first-hand reports. Obodo Bongo is just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
I'm sure you've heard the story about the lady who was bitten by a snake and she died, right? And it's a very sad story, especially when you think about it. But what if I tell you it's not the snake that killed her? I mean, snakes bite people everywhere. Whether you're in the bush, you're in the city, India, Australia, other countries, snake bite people everywhere, but they do not die like this. They do not die just because they went to two hospitals, not one, two separate hospitals, and they looked them straight in the eye and told them, we do not have antivenom in a country where snakes live in 2026, not 1980, not 1970, 2020.
Into April, another 8 billion. Nafia every Monday. The 8 billion Amari I went to a health sector everywhere. Every department of the government in Amari is your code. We're for 8 billion now every Monday. We're recorded. Where are you joining? If I want 9 open in
26. And it has happened to somebody who is popular, but think about the other people it has been happening to that did not have anybody to report to. They didn't have any place to go, and they typically just lost their lives. Bright futures cut short. And when you think about it, if you even come to the research, Nigeria has a particular antivenom developed for Nigerian snakes. It's called Echitab. ECHITAB. The question is, why was this antivenom not in the fridges of the hospitals that she went to? Simply because we've forgotten the basics. Our politicians are building flyovers where ambulances don't exist. We're focusing on building ultra-modern hospitals when the primary healthcare center, which is the first point of call in any functioning country, should be. But rather than focus on those ones, they would rather want to do a big project, they'll cut ribbon, and everybody's going to clap for them simply because they're trying to focus on the next election rather than the lives of the people that they're actually supposed to save. We've forgotten the basics.
I want videos on social media now. The news making round having that we can now go on some Hama boss for next election, 2027.
In every primary healthcare center, the basic small hospital that's beside you should have antivenom. In a country where snakes live, they should have oxygen. They should have people who know what to do. We've been shouting about it. Doctors have been on strike for a while, but it seems nobody's talking about it because, it don't really concern me like that. No, it does. It does. But when doctors go on strike asking for better conditions, better services, even help us do our work better, the same people who are politicians find a way to put the people against the doctors and make the doctors the enemy rather than the people who are actually supposed to provide this healthcare for you. We've forgotten the basics. We've forgotten the basics. Well, recently on the project where I've been going from state to state, the first one was Gombe, the next one was Enugu. I'll be going to other states in the country and we're going to be shouting, know your PHC. Take your phone, go to your PHC and demand it. Most times when we start, some of those projects, it's not healthcare. Person way chop. Person go first chop before he do healthcare. Now look at what's happening. This is just antivenom. How about the women who die from childbirth? See, this is not just village people at work, because I see that some people have already turned the conversation into, it was a spiritual snake, it was this and this was this, and that's why our politicians are lucky people. Because they know that once they spin a particular story, everybody will run with it. Nobody's asking why does our hospitals don't have antivenoms? The money that was budgeted for the primary healthcare centers, why was it not supposed to do what it was supposed to do? But rather they are saying, it's a spiritual snake, he's a neighbor, he's jealous of these things. That is how they keep us down. Well, we can do what we want to do. But what I will say is, when time comes to actually demand accountability for healthcare, if you hear budget allocation, don't just tune off. Ask, does my primary healthcare, we should stop praising audio projects when primary healthcare centers don't even have common paracetamol.
Okay.
Go to the pin post on my page and look at that. Those are primary healthcare centers that's actually supposed to help people survive. We failed this young lady today. We're failing others. It concerns all of us, and that's all I'll say. Thank you. I'm sure you've heard the story about the lady who...
Right. Let's check another out. Listen to this.
Did the hospital have enough anti-venom? Because the account that was given from those close to her was that it was while trying to go get another anti-venom that it got a call that she had died.
No, what I heard was that when it happened, it happened at home, probably in the morning, and she was taken to one or two hospitals before she was taken to FMC Abuja, where she was given anti-snake venom, which was what I was told, which is different from the account in the public. But unfortunately, I think the death came around level. Probably the incident happened very early in the morning. And when you have a snake bite, there are certain things that are very, very important. the type of snake has the type of virulence, the danger they can cause. That some snake are not toxic, that some snake are toxic, and depends on the power of that toxic.
On the severity.
Some are very violent.
In this situation, doctor, how many antivenoms should she get? Is it just one? Understanding the time.
No, it don't get one antivenom. That's why they said they gave polyvalent anti-snake venom.
Is there a need for a subsequent? Right. Is there a need for a subsequent administration of antivenom after the first one?
No, it depends. It is the first thing you are doing. This antivenom you are doing is to prevent complications that can arise from that bite. That is what they call antivenom. What it does is to go and prevent or kill or inhibit the venom from getting into the body and do any damage. That is the function of the antivenom. Is to prevent, because when you have a snake bite, the first thing, the snake just go into the blood, later that go into the system. The respiratory disorder, the best thing the virus does is to prevent it, inhibit it from spreading, or prevent it from spreading. That's the function of your device, which has to be done.
Dr. Said, help us understand the time in between a snake bite and the time in between the one that has been bitten should get medical intervention before any danger happens. And I ask this because those who are close to the singer have said that she actually went to a particular medical facility first before she went to the Federal Medical Center at Jabi. She went to one in Lugbe. Divine Health, I believe, is the name of the medical center, but they didn't have. And all that while, the snake bite area, the area around the snake bite was tied. And by the time she got to the Federal Medical Center, Jabi, she was no longer as communicative to the brother. I don't know if he was younger or older, as she was all the while that she was in transit. So the question really is, in between the time of a snake bite and the time of intervention, how much time does the one who has been bitten require before they can be resuscitated, or if the intervention does not come, before they give up? If you get my drift.
You see, you cannot say the particular type. That's why normally in treatment of the snake bite, you have to identify the type of the snake. The type of the snake determines the virulence, also determines how spread, the rate how spread it will go. Therefore, issue of time is very crucial.
Oh, if I make a gonna know the tissue now. But ordinarily, nobody na this kind of tissue kwesịrị ịdị na-abịa. This kind of tissue kwesịrị ịdị na-abịa na TV. Mana ihe na-abịa na TV bụ we are building bridge, no bridge. Account or ribbon, cham, APC, PDP, this kind of tissue. I got one matter now. In matter what they are the very, very important. Camera wagenya. In matter what they are the very, very important. Camera wagenya. Camera one how dangerous they are working. But nobody will go. Yeah, there is audio now. But nobody will go. Revise is the case. I got one matter. In matter what they are from there, I want to have to mad everywhere. And they survive. But nobody will go. What one on one. A change local narrative or spiritual.
In the sense that within minutes, you should try to give the antiviral and anti-snake venom. That cannot be this particular type. It depends on the type of snake that they bite somebody, because everyone don't have a virulence, and the most important thing is to catch him from this spread. And depends on the rate. Therefore, cannot say particular that the most important thing that you get to the hospital as soon as possible. The snake bite, and you give the antivenom to stop the spreading and probably kill the toxin.
It is just a matter of time. Obodo Bongo, the happenings, it is going dicey. You man pretend it's just a matter of time. You let her go. Everybody will become a victim someday. Come and listen to this. It is just a matter of time. If nothing is done. Some hours ago, when we were doing this program with the video of this our brother, some people do not. Okay, Tina. Yes, I understand. Audio project, and I don't mind them. Some hours ago, they play this thing. Some people may not understand. They come, if this guy complain, these things happens daily. It happens daily. No, no gabo his talk next. That is just all. Getting to a cigar or garden a snake bite. Or garden a one or operation or Gabana mother with a motor accident. Just name them. Or Gabana bandit. Or Gabana kidnapping. Just name it. Just name it. The trap Obodobongo is now like trap. The trap, the Messiah last. Okay, everybody. Today, APC, tomorrow, PDP. The other one, nonsense. Teachings, Obodone went on TV. Their citizens are matter. It is not snake bite everywhere. But when I have to matter, first thing first, emergency card. Then emergency emergency no wafer, because at times those emergencies all these things. And no matter what they are rush the person immediately. No. Whatever they are or not beach or before on the rescue or something, Gabi cook the agua. And the doctor they are one go the person. The person I didn't. Manobre ne maro di agwa dey far. Oga dey very easy. The easier treatment gabo under tumbon because e maro e pro di agwa. Manafra na di agwa. Abera no zgo na agwa chem e wo to agwa why onya the person na den do manobre bungo. People now something ordinarily and so I have asked this question. Na mmadụ nabara ụra n'abalị n'obodo Bongo. That is, ahụ arịa n'ime abalị. No emergency to call. No hospital to go to. You are afraid of driving Lamin Road by that time of the night. Kedu ife nọ na such obodo eme? That is something you can do to save your own life. You know go feed you. If can such over there, why are you still preaching to people that we have a country that has sovereignty, that we can do something to protect it? Now, what you cannot go to hospital because you are afraid of driving nonsense because you can't the next thing you can encounter. Yeah? Talk more of going to hospital that night. Or emergency, he got home. Or a pharmacy, he got go to warm. Or a chop, he got to go to warm. And the mother cannot do it. Now, let us pray for our leaders. Yeah? Pray for our leaders. See, and they make 6 billion naira every Monday. Yet, after then, they make 6 billion naira every Monday. Imami wundi na biafia. Ina agwa na such obodo. Kwesiri ka hapi ya kwa gabana yiru. No, now. Listen to this, our brother. It is just a matter of time. Everybody will last become a victim. Listen. If I hear what take about in there, Oga Bonita more, build your trust. A matter no way if I be able to go to amateur. Apart from me, what I do with the wood year can make day cake. Or no one able to got develop here. Nobody else, I'm a televised here. I'm a televised here. I want to be mad. agwọ tụrụ mmadụ onye ahụ anwụọ. If I name a TV station or somebody from office here, the person I come to where matter. How about what happened to those in the man every farmer? What happened to them on the compound? A gun at the compound, men then on the compound in interview. A Ghanaian matter can rescue company. That is in the rescue department. I get an investigation now. Set up the agwo, ever the agwo na can the rescue. Join the rescue ajuju. Ghanaian law. Join the law ajuju. At least to make this news go viral. But no, they only invite people. The people will be in their office. About phone. Hey, do you mean snake bite? Yeah. That ends it. Why not take this investigation to the compound? Why not take this investigation to the people not my family? Why not take this investigation to the people that took this lady to the hospital? Why not take the investigation to the hospital? Why no? Does it mean now when in stock? At least let the hospital explain. This is where we do install it. This is this one for this one. This is this one for this one. In case if this kind of thing happen, this is the first thing to do. No, nobody want to do it. Exactly. The emergency. Gabia Ozubo. First thing, and I got for the agro. I'm gonna go into a I'm gonna go how fast your agaba. I'm gonna go more need the many more or they wagon to Kawiki. It is you hold the back, the venom back before you don't know. But these things is not there, and people are not worried like this age. Yeah? These things is not there, and people are not worried. Money garden now. Oh, there is anything I want to get me a call. No prevention, no nothing. And they thought they phone talk and they might continue. Listen to this our brother. And what if I do a bongo? Better over the bongo. Well, to over the bongo can be decade. Good year. That is just the simple truth. Listen.
I think I've now come to terms with the fact that for us to have proper rapid development in Nigeria, we need to separate. We need to divide. Let the Yoruba man go their way. Let the Northerners go their way. Let the Easterners go their way. This thing about one Nigeria is definitely not going to work, Chacha. Wallahi. You cannot have South Africans clowning us. You cannot have Ghanaians clowning us. And now you now have Namibians clowning us. One Nigeria is definitely not going to work. You cannot have a simple argument or a debate with anybody from Africa right now, and you are able to win. You speak one, they tell you electricity. You speak two, they tell you security. You cannot travel 10 kilometers without writing your will. They speak about bad roads. They've gone as low as internet. We need to divide. This thing about one Nigeria is not going to work. Having one person as a president sitting in one place called Aso Rock, deciding the fate of 300 million people, especially when you know these are the least smartest people in the country, it's not going to work. Let us bring some kind of competition within these different regions, instead of having to depend and say everything has to do with the federal government. Ordinary electricity. I was thinking this thing about electricity in Ghana was a joke, but apparently these guys are having the best type of electricity like they were in Europe. In Nigeria, you can't even boast of 24 hours electricity. In year 2026, we need to divide, man. The only war we are winning right now in Nigeria is just jollof rice, and then maybe dirty December, club in alcohol. No, we can do better. This thing about what Nigeria is 300 million people. When you look at these other countries I'm speaking about, you look at Ghana, they are not even up to 40 million. Namibia, 3 million on a good day. RCCG is bigger than Namibia. The Youth Ministry of Christ Embassy, they are bigger than Namibia. Yeah, these people, they are clowning us every single day. Nigerians cannot win one war. You cannot have a normal debate and say you are going to win. Everybody, they are clowning us. Giant of Africa, my foot. Let everybody go develop their region. Chase the Igbo man from the West. Go chase the Yoruba man from the East, let them go back. Everybody go make your region better. Go find the Igbo man in the North. Let everybody, but depending on one president to make these things happen is definitely not going to work. We are too many. We are too populated for this whole one Nigeria affair. It's not going to work. Let us divide. I am tired. I am tired. The bare minimum. We are not even speaking about healthcare. We are not even speaking about child mortality, education.
Negative healthcare. But what the same thing I promised today or yesterday? That the same healthcare. I work on mother. Na Abuja. Na Abuja. Ebronya Ghana festival no. About emergency book the person know about what rescue or sympathizers. Bonde Gabriel. Bujia festival no. Oh wow. A move from there to another before now Magarisana or Yaha Wana. Obru no emergency daro. Obru no wagward in the first one of Wagros Awega on Yafa. If I what Mongolians go through every day and they walk as if
just the basics we cannot even be proud of. Not one Nigeria, my foot. Everybody go your way. Let's do a referendum. Let the people decide. Nonsense, man. I'm tired.
If I'm 1 working in my state here, just because a small pet spec was being around the premises, the specialists were called to spray rest sites in each residential garden. Oh, call the abroad now. Any small thing, a TD garo. Over and over the bongo. They don't send you a message. They don't send you a message. Neck and I water of mother. Okay, snack you mean. Neck and I water of mother. The person now warrior. Oh, I news that is flying everywhere now. As known this not Islamic State. The Lana was assy everywhere. Now, so now if I can mother, you're not going over the bongo. As no Islamic State. Let me look for that video. I'm not my affair. Let me see. I'm not my for that video. What if I am era if I has on the bandit. I'm not here over I got. Let me see. If I can find it. I got one mother at this stage or one. Or if I not got. No, let me not bring that video. That video when they give open up. Who come snake bite her? How come snake bite her? This is strange. I want her to one another. I want everybody strange. Nonsense. Award everywhere. Abroad everywhere. Award everywhere. Snakes bite everywhere. Snakes bite everywhere. No, I'm again. Maybe I am. We have done it. Okay. It is not strange. I want out everywhere. It is not strange. It is not strange, my brother. Or any more updates from them markets, because I think we are done with this program, and we will come back for the program of the white painted hair woman. We will come back to continue that her program. Let me look for that. That video. Okay, let's play this one from 6 months ago. I forget you 6 minutes ago called from AIT. And they make up. Okay, yeah. Wow. Let's meet you, sir. Your name?
My name is Prince Cassette, Sadebe Junior.
So what's the situation in the market and why did you open today?
Well, the government says I should open today. Today is Monday. So we have to open today. Today is Monday. So that is it. And secondly, His Excellency, Mr. Chukuma Charles Oludo is trying. He's a nice governor. We love you. Actually, make Anambra Demma. Anambra Demma. That is our prayer. And so shall it be done.
Okay, so as you can see, some people open their stores there. 1 million others is not open.
They're still coming. People are still coming. Because sometimes they are afraid maybe that we should go no gone. People are still coming. They are coming. This is Emeka for Plaza in Anambra State. We are here in Anambra for. People are still coming.
Thank you.
Yes.
Don't worry. Let me see your name.
Okay, my name is Henry Amadi. So this is a makeup, as you can see, everything is okay. People are here. As you can see, most people are already open. So I strongly believe that by next Monday, everything normalized. Yeah.
Okay, so before now, what's the situation of this market? And why do you think people decided to open today?
Well, as you can see, we spent about a week at home. But doing nothing at home, I don't believe that it's a normal option. Right now, let's start coming out gradually. By next week, by God's everything will be okay. Yeah.
So are you satisfied with the number of police personnel around the market?
Yeah, actually, I'm satisfied about it. So I can see a lot of them moving around with the vehicles and all that.
People moving around. You're not satisfied. If you see, let us. There is one channel that is streaming live. This one is streaming live.
Daughters, the sons-in-law and the daughters-in-law, members of their cabinet across Africa. And this is fueling fear across the
country. It's more of anarchy. It's more of an autocratic way of leadership. Because situation where you don't allow the tenets of democracy to play the key role of government of the people, by the people, and for the people, which always give room for alternative areas to operate. And democracy is not being played there. And we've seen this happen in lots of African setting, which has taken away the tenets of what is expected. You see, most of these things are actually being documented in African setting. But part of the things you do see happening is that when it comes to the implementation of those documentation,
that is that. We withdraw the curtain. And we were back here probably in 2 hours' time. I engage together to play the program of the white painted hair woman in Finland, which that program for Robert Kowo, because she combined that program with one other program too. She combined it with other programs. So By the time we come back, I got to twice here now. Maybe in less than 2 hours. I got to go here. When you're going to manage market is yours. So, man, how do you go here? How do you go here? In case you have the corner affair here, like some people put up. Because I have equally been briefed. I have equally been briefed. That's some people put up. And white painted hair woman, this is to Finland. I tell you, Mazeb and Jacob knows them too well. He knows them too well. So I'm more than mother. That is that. So join us in some hours time as we continue. In less than 2 hours or 2 hours, we'll be back to continue that very program. If you don't understand anything, now this is my analysis from this her visit to Finland. That her visit have really exposed a whole lot. What we are doing. Mana, I don't go blame you now. You need to understand science. Mana, stay blessed. Bye for now.